It is my number one purpose to contribute to this industry. And I believe that when contribution meets collaboration, movements are born. We believe it's critical that we collaborate more now than ever. There's more than enough real estate out there, right? So collaborating is truly the new competition, and we need to start doing that more, and that's exactly what this event is for. So we called it Realtors Redefined for a very intentional reason, to redefine how we do business, to do business where it's not burning us out and we're giving up our lifestyle in order to adapt to real estate. It should be and can be done in the other way, right? Where we have real estate adapt to us and we're still living bigger lives and contributing to the industry in a way that the big tech companies cannot, by relationship building.
I tell people, I'm like, well, you should be doing 5 to 10 stories a day. They look at me like, what are you talking about? I can't do 10 stories a day. A lot of times I'm not doing it in real time. I've already taken, 3 or 4 things this morning, and then later today when all this is over and I have a minute, then I'll go through, get the stories done, tag the people I want to tag, put the locations, do everything I want to do. And I know Dave said he does the same thing. As we've talked about, leveraging things, leveraging your time, doing things in a different way, just so you still can get everything done you need to get done and be present still. In our cases, we both have little kids. So being present still with your kids, but still being able to have a successful business and having the time for both.
Okay, so talk to us about, for those of you that are not as active in your stories or posting as consistently as these two, how has this helped your business?
I mean, daily I have a lot of back and forth comments on my posts, right? And that's the consistent engagement. Is it always about real estate? No, but people know that, about a third of my stuff is real estate, and that's on purpose that I'm posting, right? And so of that, they know that, if I'm posting a meme or something or whatever, they know I'm still a real estate agent. So when we're interacting daily with folks, they know that when they think real estate, I'm hoping that they think of me, whether we're talking about real estate or not.
Well, and of course they are, because we're in the people experience business, right? So if they only knew you as Dave that sells real estate, that's not capturing much mind share. But if they know you as Dave the Dad Show, Dave the guy that goes to sunflower festivals and has an awesome family and invests in real estate, and also, oh yeah, I sell real estate too, then you've captured a lot more mind share. And that's when they start remembering, oh, when I need to sell my house, I'm gonna call Dave, right? And you're interacting on other things that people have more common interest in. Not everyone is a real estate agent, right? Everyone does want to talk about real estate, but you find that pathway through other things that you have commonality with.
What's your big why? Mine is my little guy. I told you I want to create a big life for him. So when I sat down with Jess, and she said, what's your number? I tied it back to my previous salary. So if I can sell 3-4 million, I'll match my last salary. But I didn't tie it to what that does for my life, because I'd be staying the same. So I want you to flip that coin over. I want you to think about your big why. And think about what an extra 50 grand would do for your life today. What an extra 50 grand, 75 grand would do for your family today. Translate that into volume and think about, why is that not your new number? So my number was 4. My new number's 12. And I know that if I'm at 12, I'm gonna live a big life for me, and I'm gonna live a big life for my kid. So if you can tie your emotions to your job, and you can love what you do, you're all set. You're living big. You're having a great time. So I gave you that token. I want you to write that other number down and keep it somewhere. And I would love if at some point in time over the course of the next year, shoot me a DM, shoot me a message, give me a call, shoot me a text, that, hey, I found it in my wallet. I found this in the bottom of my purse, and it worked. I get it. I was sitting here at 6, and I looked at my token, and I said, hey, why am I not living an $8 million life? Why am I just living a $6 million life? Because that, I think, is super important.
So you're logged into Facebook, right? You see the green dot. The green dot is sort of code for money, right? They're on Facebook, you're on Facebook, it's time to actually send a message. Hi, Jess, hope you're doing well. I'm spending some time creating custom CMAs for a few of my VIP clients like you. This is a detailed multi-page report that will show you what your home is worth and what other homes near you have sold for recently. Normally, I only do these for someone who's looking to sell their home, but I decided that getting a report like this will be valuable even if you aren't. Do you want one? Take this script and you can personalize it, in your own words. We had one guy reply to our client this was, yeah, I'd love to get it. How much do you charge for it? He thought it was actually like we were charging money for this. This is information consumers want.
We read a ton of books. We have a book club, we're always reading. One of the books we read recently was 4 Hour Work Week. And one of the tips that he gave was setting an automatic reply in your email and just letting people know, hi, I've got a lot going on, but your message is important to me. It has been received. I'm going to check my messages at 12 and 4, and I'm going to respond to you. If it's urgent, please shoot me a text. I want to make sure I jump on top of this fire for you. Actually, if you have your phones out, everybody's got their phones, get your phones out. Send me an email right now. So Trish@ThriveRealtyCo.com, and you're going to get my autoresponder. For me, as a person who's very detail-oriented, a little bit on the high anxiety side, this allowed me to step away from sitting inside of my inbox and watching every email like a hawk, afraid that I'm going to miss something important, afraid that I'm going to miss some detail that I'm going to let somebody down. And it's just a simple, friendly greeting. And now I've already set that expectation. I am going to check your email. I'm going to check it at 12 or I'm going to check it at 4. Pro tip too, remember to set reminders for yourself to actually check those emails at 12 and 4. I would look up, it'd be 2 o'clock. I'm like, oh my goodness, now I'm not doing what I said I would. So quick calendar reminders is super helpful.
So how do you look for, we call them marketable moments throughout your day? If you love doing inspections and you're educating your client on inspections and you hear them that light bulb moment in their mind, oh, I just taught them something, that's a marketable moment. You should write that down, because imagine easily taking one video and educating 1,000 people. How deep of an impact does that make on your business if you can make that brand, that video reach 1,000 people by doing one take?
When we took time and started going over these pipelines with our agents every month, we realized that we're removing the story of what's happening and just simply looking at the numbers. Who do you have in your pipeline that you can move from a nurture to somebody who's going to be buying in the next 30, 60, 90 days? It was really simple after you look back at it, just getting clarity around what your business is doing and putting them in a category removes all of the emotions, it removes stories, and it really puts you in the seat of being a business owner and not just another average real estate agent out in the industry who's just trying to fly by the seat of their pants.
And I want to tell you this, after 34 years of working and growing personally, but working with high performers, they don't do anything more magical than you do, except for they're really, really consistent. They're not afraid to take action, okay? And they are lifelong learners. The key thing for you, whether it's from what I share with you and the rest of the brilliant people here share with you, is the choice that you're going to make. And that's a choice of whether you're going to take action or not. 100%. The people that wait till tomorrow to start doing something, that's okay. The ones that leave here and do something tonight, just do one thing. Do one thing. Don't just write down a thought or an idea. Do one thing tonight from what you hear, because that's a victory. And what happens is with a victory, you get confidence and you get momentum. I'll tell you a quick story. I was speaking out in Minneapolis about 2 years ago, and I got done about 3:30 or 4 p.m. It was starting to snow, and one of the agents went up to a brand new agent and said, you know what, I'm going to sell 100 homes this year. People kind of snickered. It was a large team out there. And I was driving to the airport and immediately tried to catch a late flight from Minneapolis back to Las Vegas. And I happened to be a member of the private Facebook groups of my clients, of my teams and brokerages. And guess who took a selfie door knocking in the snow? So here's the one thing I want to ask you this, is how committed are you? Period.